All right, Red Wave, it's homecoming week, huge week. Speaking of huge, Kenny Wiggins filled in for Cam on the sideline last week in Reno. Pat, Dogs got to win, so I think we ought to keep Kenny around.
Yeah, I don't know what we do with Cam now. You know, it's just maybe we put them together.
Ooh, that sounds good. Stay
Why
tuned
not?
Saturday.
Why not at home? Two big guys on the sideline. That'd be great.
Big guys. Cam's not very big.
His arms
Well, his
are.
arms are big. He wears those medium shirts.
Medium shirts and make him look big.
Hey, Kenny, you were down on the field watching the trench work the Dogs did against Nevada. What were you most impressed by with that team effort?
Just the physicality that they played with all game. The offensive line were moving guys up the field, getting downfield, picking dudes off of piles. You love to see that. And then the second half, the defensive line shut down that run game, held them to no points, and that's what you want to see for Bulldog football.
And special teams was good for 14 points.
Yep.
I talked to Bax this morning. I said, you know, a little redemption from last week. He goes, yeah, we needed it. But they're back on track. They feel good about themselves, and we're coming into a huge game against San Jose State.
Yeah, speaking of redemption, the Spartans derailed the Bulldogs' title hopes last year. Fresno State has a chance to win what's basically a playoff game this week, Saturday, 5 o'clock, the blackout game, homecoming, Ron Cox going to the Ring of Honor. But Kenny, it's a rivalry. How much did Pat Hill play up this rivalry when you were playing for the Dogs?
You know what? It's a rivalry, but when I was playing, it wasn't really a rivalry. We handled them pretty well. We more played up the Boise and the Reno games. But this one, we kind of took care of business every time we played.
Pat, sounds like you didn't get the memo. You tried so hard to put that target on the door.
Well, the big thing when I got here, we were behind in the series, and the goal was to pass them. And I think we were 13-2 against San Jose. So it wasn't as strong in their minds as Boise and Nevada and those schools. But still, for our fans, it's a huge rivalry. Most of those fans are a little older now, because back in the Sweeney days, when I was here with Coach Sweeney, that was the game. That was the biggest game of the year. And that was always for the championship. So this game now is more important to San Jose than it is to Fresno, and it's time for us to turn the tide on that, because last year they did take away a lot from us. And I think you'll see a different Fresno State team this week, because San Jose, they took a lot from us last year.
You know, San Jose State took that silver V trophy back home last week. They didn't have that when you two were competing in the rivalry.
Yeah.
Jim Sweeney once wore silver and black under John Madden with the Raiders. Kenny, did you ever want to wear black on the field? Do you think Coach Hill would have even considered it?
Probably not. We got lucky that one year we got white pants. So
we just had one set of pants and two sets of jerseys. Hey, that's the way it was.
That's all we needed. That's all we needed.
One year we did get some white pants. We went white on white, but we always wore red on red at home. They got one helmet. They got a new helmet if they broke it, and it was different. It's different. I mean, we had one set of helmets. You practiced them every day. You played them in every week. We had one set of red jerseys, one set of red pants, and one set of white jerseys. That was it. Period. End of conversation.
Tell you what, though, I did not like those white pants. Not very a good look for the O-lineman.
We'll go no further on that. But the Dogs wearing black this Saturday. A lot of great memories with the black jerseys. That's why we have black on. Hey, how about that? Yeah. I didn't even realize it. No, you're supposed to wear black too, and you're supposed to be here early before kickoff. Scream so loud you lose your voice. If it's a sold-out crowd, that could put the Dogs over the hump against San Jose State for that 5 o'clock kick.
There you go. I was waiting for you to hit that.
Well, and let's hit this. Some great memories in the black uniforms. Derek Carr, Devontae Adams, a sold-out stadium here against Nevada in 2013 on the way to a Mountain West title. They won the championship game wearing black that year against Utah State. So let's hope that color scheme works out pretty well Saturday night.
I hope so, but you know, I'm old school. I'm still red on red. Maybe that's too old.
Your blood's red. Your shirt can be black on Saturday. San Jose State is a 5-2 team, 3-1 in the Mountain West. It really is kind of a playoff game. And Ron Cox, Pat, I mean, you talk about a legendary Bulldog. This is the one chance the Red Wave has to wear black and salute number 54 going in that Ring of Honor.
Well, I was fortunate enough to be here when Ron Cox played, and I don't think we have ever had a person of that magnitude on the defensive side of the ball. We've had some great players here, but Ron Cox just dominated games. And his partner wasn't too bad himself, Tracy Rogers, both of them NFL veterans. But Ron Cox was a special, special guy, and this will be a big night. I'm looking forward to seeing Ron. He coached with me my first couple of years.
And he was a bigger nightmare for offensive linemen than white pants. Kenny, he had 28 sacks in one season. 28 in one season.
Yeah, at practice every day when the tackles would go against those outside backers, we got better because of him. he could run you over, he could run around you, he could head fake you. He just liked running people over, though. That was his deal. And if you've never seen Ron Cox in person, he's a massive man.
Well, and it's going to be a massive moment at halftime, plus the post-game drone show. It's homecoming, the blackout game. It's going to be a sellout, so if you don't have your tickets, get them. And be here early. Maybe these guys can give you a Go Dogs.
Go Dogs!
It's going to be epic.